Hi, my name is Jacob Brunson. This is my week 3 assignment for FTT 114, the Kydex lab. So for this assignment, we're going to be doing the first half for the holster. So this is more so the preparation, so building your mold, for the most part, with all the blocking and everything, and then putting the Kydex here is nice sturdy rigid material here into the oven, getting it real hot, and then go ahead and form shaping it there on the press. So for the tools today that I'm using the let's see here, right here, I'm using the Dremel that was provided to us. I've got it on the extension there. I actually really think that thing's awesome. I've never seen it before. And then for my blocking, I have a bunch of painter sticks. So I use a painter stick, and then I have a circular saw because I don't have I wish I had like a band saw. This would have made things 90 times easier, I swear. And then tools wise for this first portion of it, other than the press, which I have the press sitting over here, but that's really about it for tools wise what I need. With the next little snippet here, I'll cut to the design that I'm gonna go with. So for this snippet, I'm gonna hold you steady up here. So this is my SIG. Unfortunately, the P320. It's kind of a funny joke at this point, but so what I have here is I've already cut these pieces out just to fit in the way that I think it's gonna probably work out the best for me. I have the portion here underneath the barrel on the lower end of the frame. Got the area the blocking that's going to be covering the trigger area, and then I have this little piece here that's going to cover the mag ejection, and then as well as this piece that I'm going to actually have sitting here. That is for the J clip up here. So then when everything's in, it looks a lot better. It's going to work a lot better. I have this piece here that is at the height of the safety back here. So just in case if I push this in a little bit, as far as I can get it in there, I still have plenty of clearance here. And then obviously have this top piece here for the front and rear sights. And then this piece here, this is going to do the same thing on the opposite side for the safety selector on that side, so I can still kind of get everything in there. But as far as this design, I mean, it's just going to be a pancake. You have one end of the Kydex end folded over top of it when you press it, and then just create the interior waistband. So it'll kind of, in the sense of it, it's going to kind of look like that. And with being a lefty, I think this way will work a lot better. I think it's gonna look good. I hope it looks good, but we will see. So I'm going to go ahead and put this whole mold together, and then I'll give you a snippet at the end. As far as the design goes, I ended up taking all those pieces, putting them together. So what we have here, so this is that piece that covers up the the safety obviously sitting back here, but it covers up just those little bumps and stretches through there. I've got the trigger guard in here on this side, which would be the side with the magazine ejection. And then we have where the J clip is going to go right here. I've got a top piece here to cover the, if this tape would stick a little better, there we go. That covers the front and rear sight posts. It is taller than the rear and front sight posts by like 1/8 of an inch. And then this is the bottom piece here, so I can get the curvature for the bottom edge of the handguard, or of the lower. But I don't know, I think this will work pretty well. This is obviously the other side. This is just kind of covering up there, just to help it out a little bit. The only thing I would say about this that is probably to my own avail with it is the tape job. That's going to be on me at the end of the day. I don't know if I needed, like, rather than, because I think I've got 2-inch, I think this is 2-inch painter's tape that I've been using. Yeah, it's 2-inch painter's tape. And if I had like 1 inch, I think I'd probably get better results, I think, in this stretch. But But we're gonna see how this goes. Just it being the first one, I think we're gonna do a pretty good job here. But I'm going to measure out the Kydex, get this all measured out and everything scored and cut, and then we'll get back to the mold. Alright, here we are for the fun part. Just pulled it out of the oven. Try to give myself plenty of room here. And then I'll fold over. One. Two. Squeeze it real tight. Nope. Didn't like that. Hopefully it's still warm. Okay, we did okay, we're good. It just did not look good from that angle. Let's hit it like right here. Really get it to compress. All right, now. We will leave this. I'm gonna leave this sit here and let it cool off. It's still kind of hot. So, what I noticed was at the where the rear sight post was, it almost wanted to like fold, like almost like roll over, kind of like I don't know, like it didn't squish. It didn't square up. Excuse me. It didn't square up like it probably should have. I don't know if that will be to my advantage or not later on. I don't know if that's the case. I probably should have like pushed it up under there and then folded it and then clamped it down. Trying to give this thing as much pressure as I can, especially where the J hooks are. It looks like it squeezed pretty well, I can say. I'm gonna switch this here. Actually, I'll put that one back down there. This one right in the middle. Yeah, buddy. That's what we're talking about. Okay. All right. Okay, now we'll leave that sit here. Then I'll get back with you with the finished product. All right. As far as the final product, as of now, this is kind of what we have. I kind of had a little pinch right here, but just kind of watching, because I was watching back the video throughout this process, just so I had a good reference. I know they cut right along the trigger guard here, and then left some meat here so they could at least put the pins in here to clamp this down. And then this was open as far as where the barrel and the opening was. What I didn't really like was that it so this is where my J bar would go. It rounded around, like it kind of like I don't know, almost formed itself around the J bar mold, a block I put in for it. But I mean, I think it turned out okay. I mean, when you put the firearm in there and you just pinch the corner, it holds it. So I can't say it didn't work, but I can't say it did work. You know what I mean? But overall, I think it turned out pretty well. I've got enough clearance for both the safeties. Nothing important really has a spot where it's going to be affected, like the mag well here. I don't think it did anything to that. My biggest thing really was the safeties. I was just concerned with how they would, if I had the clearance for that, and obviously, I mean, I had everything set back so far from them, so it was totally okay. But I mean, I think it did all right so far. But when we go to put the mounts in for the screws and everything, and put the tension pins in, I think this thing will really shine. But we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes on the next assignment. But thank you for your time. This is all I have for this assignment. But we'll see you next week.